Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. I'm your host, Escalante TV. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about YouTube as a profession, turning this hobby into something that could eventually make money. Now, in the US, a lot of young people aspire to be content creators. You can't really blame them because you're your own boss, you're living the dream, you're working your own hours, working on your own projects on your own terms. You're setting things up yourself. That's just kind of the life. I heard that I think it gets difficult if you're like now a bigger YouTuber. You have your own crew, you have your own people, but that's just a pipe dream. Essentially, the people have that pipe dream that eventually they'll have their own crew. They'll be like the next Mr. Beast, the next PewDiePie. They'll have 10 million subs. They'll live in a mansion. They'll have fancy sports cars, all of that. They'll be fancy living. But realistically, how would, I guess, the normal person like me, I guess, I'm only a drop in the bucket in the whole sea of content creators doing the same thing, just how essentially am I gonna stick out and have that luck? I think a lot of these guys have a lot of luck that the algorithm catches them, and a lot of people start building up their audiences, some a lot faster than others, and I think that's just how the way it goes. Essentially, like, I've been on the platform, I would say, for about 10-ish years, for about a decade now. I had a second channel, but in the past, but that's erased. That's in the past. This is my new channel that I started back in 2017, but I didn't start uploading until 2018. This channel was meant to be a clip dump of my school projects and not necessarily a commentary channel, but it eventually did become a commentary, gaming, whatever channel, and I just stuck with it. And now I would say that I am glad to see that I have accumulated a more I would say bigger audience than my last channel that had only like 300 subs. Now I'm at about 1,000 subs, and hopefully it could still grow. But now comes the question of, when am I gonna stop? When am I gonna stop doing YouTube? Just hanging up the mantle, just completely walking away from all of it, selling off my equipment, going back to doing normal hobby things, like working 40 hours and maybe starting a family down the line. The real thing is, I don't quite know yet, but I'm not really encouraged to do this for very long by my folks. My parents don't quite understand me being on YouTube. They never really did. They don't really support the idea of me being in front of a microphone, putting myself out there on the internet. They see it as a completely pointless endeavor because they don't see it as me making money, doing anything productive. They just see it as me playing on the computer. My parents were born in dirt poor Mexico in the 60s and 50s, so the idea of YouTube as a job is completely foreign to them. The idea of work to them, the idea of labor, is you doing something with your hands outdoors, or having some sort of trade, fixing a car, fixing a toilet. They do recognize, I would say, white collar work, working in an office and something like that. They see it as the more comfortable way of working. But now I think we've definitely changed our view of what is truly a comfortable way of working. We've gone like, we have the spectrum from like tedious manual labor to working a comfy job in the air conditioning, being your own boss, starting up your own business. Essentially, YouTube has been a business for a lot of these YouTubers, for a lot of the Mr. Beasts and PewDiePies out there that have garnered millions of subs. They've gotten diamond play buttons. They have an audience of millions, billions of people, not billions, but a lot of people, I would say. I don't know how many, like, as a collective, a lot of the people that have been on the earth have really known who PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, or a lot of these bigger YouTubers are. But going back to me being a drop in the bucket, I just don't know when I'm gonna stop seeing when it's like not worth it to continue YouTube. A lot of people say, like, just do something that you enjoy. Don't really think about the numbers. Don't think about the earnings and things like that. A lot of people they'll try hard, they'll grind, they'll content farm. But for me, my focus is to kind of balance that. Of course, recognize the trends in the algorithm, recognize the trends in my audience, but also make content that I still somewhat enjoy. Because who wants to make content that they don't enjoy? That's just kind of miserable. A lot of people make content on their trades or their side hobbies: gaming, animation, music making, cooking, fixing a car, fixing appliances. YouTube is just like the great catalog of videos, but I think a lot of people have that idea in the back of their heads to achieve the pipe dream, to get up there, to make a significant income, to become rich on YouTube. I necessarily don't want to become rich on YouTube, like to have so much money I don't know what to do with it. But to some extent, it would be nice to have YouTube as a side hustle, to have it as a way to survive capitalism. Right now, the only way I'm surviving capitalism is working as a shoe store manager, as a sales lead. That's my source of income at the moment. I went to college to survive capitalism. I got a useless degree out of it with the promise that it would open more windows, it would open more doors, whatever you would call it, to survive capitalism. But there's just so many other issues this day and age to finding some sort of work, traditional work in something in your field, something that you're qualified for. There has to be some sort of work put into developing a trade to really go into a job that gives you benefits, gives you some sort of good standard of living, I guess, that you have some flexible income, you have a roof over your head, you have a bed, a nice warm bed to sleep in at night, you have food on the table. That's essentially the idea of surviving capitalism. You have everything that you need to survive. And just YouTube as something like that would be nice, but I just don't know how long I can continue. The future is kind of weird. It's always in motion, but things tend to deviate, and I don't know. I don't plan to quit YouTube anytime soon. If you don't see any uploads from me within a year, I'm most likely dead. There's no way. I don't have anybody that could report my death, sadly, to my online acquaintances or my audience. So if I don't upload within a year, I don't answer my socials within a year, I'm most likely dead. I went to Jesus early. I'm buried in the ground. But if I'm gonna quit YouTube, I'm gonna announce it. Like, hey, it's been a good run. I'm now gonna focus on other things. I'm leaving for sure. Here's my goodbye message. But I'm still here to stay for as long as I can to make videos. Whether my folks support it or not, it's just up to me, because I'm a grown man. I'm autonomous. I have my own ideas. I have my own plans. Of course, everybody out in the world just can't make it alone. You always need support from others. I still need support from people. I'm always welcome to get help to just get my leg up in the world, to get ahead. It's just a lot of things I think about, a lot of things that are a lot of the ramblings in my head when I think about doing YouTube as a profession and earning some sort of income. But yeah, for the moment, my folks aren't too stoked about me being on this platform. They want me to quit, whatever. That's fine. I'll still make videos regardless. Still try to find some sort of enjoyment out of this hobby, because I like putting these videos together. Feels like I'm doing some sort of like fireside chat, or I'm looking at some sort of piece of media. I'm getting creative on how to build a story, how to build a narrative, how to build a commentary. Whether it's gaming, media, whatever I'm interested, I'll talk about it. I'll make a video. I'll cook up something in my video editor and I'll see where I go from there. Or I'll fire up my microphone and start rambling my thoughts into the recording program for all of you to listen while you guys work out, do your work, do your homework, or are just chilling, listening to other things while you're doing some sort of other task. That's how some people kind of consume these commentary videos. They just listen to them in the background. So yeah, that's my standing on YouTube for the moment. That's my standing on life at the moment. So if you guys want to leave your thoughts down in the comments, make sure to go ahead and leave it down below. And if you want to stay tuned for more of my content, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.